think I have everything here. All right. Hi. There's Charlie right on top of it. You know what, Charlie? I'm a big fan of Wednesday nights as well. I've missed you guys. It's only been a week. I'll give everybody a second to jump in here. I got to see some commentary. Know everybody's here. And then we'll get started. Got a quick agenda tonight. There we go. Hello, Mark Colt. How are you? It's 8:01. We are back. What's up, Gio? How are you? Hope everybody's feeling good. Oh, I'm getting some. All right, that's great. Steve, I haven't even looked. I'm not. I don't know. Anybody know who's going to win the Kentucky Derby? Let me know. Give me a horse so I can tell my buddy Steve. Why no show last week? It was a bye week. That's why. It was a bye week. I didn't even play DraftKings. And this is kind of like a DraftKings show. So I felt it. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Bobby Phelps. What's up, man? How are you? I bet you guys you said. Oh, you mean this week? Yes. You're welcome. We'll go over that. Ask Rhino. Charlie, ask Rhino who the horse is. I will. I got a good horse guy. My buddy Seals, who I've talked about. He's really into the Derby. But I don't care. I don't need it anymore. Yeah, I got a guy for you, Steve. We'll talk about it. I kind of mentioned it, but I like it a lot more than I let on. All right? All right, so everybody's here, I think, for the most part. We'll get started. It's on Twitter, right, guys? And it's on the YouTube. Steve sees me on Facebook, so we're all over the place. Kentucky Derby horse, rock your world. I actually saw that name. But I don't know. I don't know anything about horse. I'm out of the horse game. I've been out of the horse game for a while. All right. So let's get started. Is the music too loud? Seems a little loud. I don't care. I'm so dehydrated. It's freaking hot as shit today. Hey, there's Gary. How are you? Jerk. Hold on a second. All right. Well, let's get our lives together here. Thanks for watching the show. Send out a retweet. If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would appreciate if you just did that, just to subscribe. I don't know if it'll do anything, but that's like my project now. Let's build up the YouTube channel. All right, let's get some subscribers. Let's be on YouTube. So if you want to do me a favor, YouTube, Nagels Bagels, subscribe. That's it. I don't care. All right. Yo, how sweet is this freaking shirt? Look at that. Where's the freaking stripes? There they are. Got that. A little Adidas thing in the back. That. My little Xander quarter zip. Oh, yeah. Freaking pump. I got the hoodie, too. All right. There's Mike. All right, so let's get started. Thanks for being here. Retweet the show on the Twitter. Subscribe to my YouTube. All that shit. Just be part of the family, right? All right. Where are we going to start at? I have no shout-outs, really. We were off last week. I got no show and tell, although this this quarter zip. I mean, this is pretty sweet. So hope you enjoy that. And announcements. Hey, as far as the listener league goes, I'm gonna make a slight adjustment. Not to the league itself, just the time that I drop the contest. I'm not gonna do it at noon on Tuesdays anymore. I'm gonna push it back a few more hours to like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, something like that. Don't ask me why. It's not a big deal. It's just I'm pushing it back just a few hours. Deal with it. I'm not changing the payouts. You know that. I have some ideas for next year with the listener league. I might set up multiple contests or do multiple flights. I'm not really sure. I'm not really worried about it right now. I got a whole off season to worry about that. But for the remainder of this year, I'm just going to push back the start time, the drop time, a couple hours. All right, so don't complain to me on Tuesday or ask, where's the league? What's going on? How come it's no listener league this week? It's coming. As soon as I post it, you'll get an alert, and you can join, just like you have all year long. All right, so not going to do a huge review of the Heritage. I just want to say a couple of quick things. Not a huge review, just got something on my mind. So I had 4 out of 6 at Heritage, and it was the 2 that missed the cut were Casey and Cantlay, my 2 big guys. Emiliano Grillo, T2. What a great pick. That was Glover the week before with a T4. Grillo with a T2. That's just guys, ball striking bastards, just percolate and getting them at the right time. Matt Wallace, T18. Charlie Hoffman, T18. Harry Higgs, T59. Not good. But he made the cut. So, the thing that annoyed me, the reason I wanted to bring this up 2 weeks after the fact, is that one of the reasons that I picked Emiliano Grillo, and one of the case I made for him, was that he had won the Safeway and the grass type, and I don't know why. I needed something to glom onto when I used the Safeway. And then Harry Higgs, same deal. Finished second at the Safeway because it was a similar grass type, similar green surface. Well, who fucking won the Safeway? The Stuart Sink. So how did I miss that? And he was like 5% owned, and he played great at the Masters. Just a huge miss. Huge. So I was a little disappointed in myself that I had like the right frame of mind. I had the right thought process. Somehow comp coursing the Heritage to Safeway. And no, missed it. Totally missed it. So that kind of sucked. Well, you live, you learn. All right, so we're pretty much halfway through the season. All right, with the listener leagues and the one and dones and all the contests, everything's halfway. So just a little slight review of where we stand at the halfway point so we can make a move in the second half. All right, we're on to the weekend now. All right, this is where champions come to play on the weekend. In the that Junkies League, the Junkies it's the Junkies League. I don't know, it's not a listener league, but I'm 11th right now in the Carbon Cup. I'm 45th, but a win, if I win a week, it'll put me like in the top 5. I'll take a top 5. The one and done, I'm 238th in Mayo's, which is in the money. All right, that's not bad. And then Josh's, I'm 118th. That's that Carbon Cup one and done. So that's not terrible. So I'm in that, I'm hovering. All right? There was no contest last week. I didn't play anything on DraftKings. So the only thing that was relevant was I had to pick a team for the one and done in Josh's one and done. That's the same one I got to pick at the Puerto Rico where I had Brendan Grace and he won. That was pretty good. So I had to pick a team. Now, if you've been following along all year, when I do my one and done picks, I kind of rank the tournaments. The Zurich is a good prize pool. It's like 23rd out of 36. And Cam Smith is sitting there ranked 25th in the world in the 23rd ranked tournament. I mean, he's right there. He's just staring at me with a stupid haircut. Me like a schmuck. I'm like, nah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Because the Zurich is notorious for tons of rain and really soft conditions and a birdie fest and ball striking bastards and a Pete Dye. And that doesn't scream Cam Smith and Mark Leishman to me. It doesn't. Now, I didn't know it was going to play firm and fast. I didn't know it was going to be hard. Not a birdie fest. It was only a birdie fest because of the scoring system. But technically speaking, that course played hard. So bad job by me. I missed that. Whatever. So I dropped a few spots in the one and done. It's not the end of the world. All right. All right. So that's my announcements, halfway report, whatever. All right. We'll go back to that here. I want to give proper credit to the Listener League winner and the notable top 10s from 2 weeks ago. Hope you don't mind, because the winner was my good friend, Joe Nicely. Shares a birthday with my favorite person in the world, Jay Seals, March 23rd. Me and Joe go back a little, a while since I started doing the show, and he's over there at Rotoballer, and he hosts the Turn podcast, and he's my friend. And he won the Listener League with 564.5 points. He won by 16.5 points. He had Stu Sink, nice job. Corey Connors, T4. Matthew Fitzpatrick, T4. Chris Kirk, T7. Colin Morikawa, T7. 5 guys in the top 7. And that'll do it. And Matthew Neesmith, T48. So great job by Joe Nicely. My buddy, you should be following him. You should be reading his stuff on Rotoballer. You should listen to his podcast, The Turn. And he got his ball. And he's the nicest guy in the world. He's one of the nicest guys in the world. So congratulations to Joe Nicely. All right. Big fan. Right, Charlie? Right. I don't need that. Notable top 10s. Notable top 10s. Everybody's favorite segment. Here we go. Second place, Marcino, 75. 25 points. If they recognize that name, it's because he won the Players Listener League. Make it a move. Make it a move, that Marcino. UK fan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got the same combination on my luggage. Came in third. 20 points. He won the Tour Championship last year, which is kind of like Fugazi, but it counts. J-Rod, 1810. Our boy J-Rod, fourth place, 15 points. Brian Rissmiller. I know that guy. Very notable top 10. Finished in fifth, 12 points. Congratulations to Brian. Fel Dorenzo's, that's Di Lorenzo. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name the way it's pronounced. That's Di Lorenzo. He finished at sixth, got 9 points. Congratulations. Got a tie for seventh with Chuck 1972. And I Fly for Rye, our boy Dennis. Those guys both tied for seventh. They each got 6 points. The standings got updated. There was a mistake that you guys didn't get your proper points. Dennis, who also won Colonial, by the way. I Fly for Rye. Killed everybody at Colonial. It was one of the biggest whitewashes in the history of the league. Our boy Dennis. T9, TJ Junk, 77. And J2 Kane, who I think is a troll. He might not be. I apologize to J2 Kane if you are, in fact, a nice guy. But those guys both tied for ninth. They each got 2 points. I talked to my boy Oz, and he updated the standings. I know that there was an error. Do I have a cut on my chin? I don't know what's going on there. So those are our notable top 10s. Congratulations to those guys. That's it. We went over that already. We're not going to do that because nobody cares because it was 2 weeks ago. A lot of the chalk came through at Heritage. This is what I wanted to say. A lot of the chalk came through at Heritage. If you take a look at guys that finished in the top 25, $10,000 and up, DJ, Webb, Morikawa, Cam Smith, Berger, all finished in the top 25. You know who didn't? Patrick Cantlett. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Connors, Fitzpatrick, Answer, Harmon, all top 25. Paul Casey, what a shock. All right, enough with the Heritage. No one gives a shit. All right, so we're moving on to the Valspar. You guys all right with that? I don't know who you guys are talking to or about. I don't care. I'm gonna just keep rolling along here, try to zip through this. I got a couple good things. You never know what's gonna happen in the next half hour. But at the end of the show, that's when we'll talk. We'll talk. Commentary, any questions? Nobody's here for any questions. You just want to see me bitch and moan about everything. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right. Done. All right. Valspar. Okay. Bit of a mixed bag results with this tournament. 2018, I wasn't in any weekly DraftKings contest, so I have no idea who I liked. But I did take Sergio as my one and done pick, ball striking bastard. Finished fourth. That was pretty good. You take a top five from your one and done. But last year, 2019, I had Webb and Adam Hadwin as my one and done picks. They both missed the cut. Not only did they both miss the cut, everybody I fucking picked for my DraftKings lineup missed the cut, with the exception of a T65 by Chesson Hadley. Webb, miscut. Ryan Moore, miscut. Adam Hadwin, miscut. Steve Stricker, ball placement, ball striking bastard, good putter, miscut. Michael Thompson, for some reason, miscut. 5 out of 6, miscut. Probably my worst DraftKings performance in ever since I've been playing. It's all right. What happened to my music? Oh, it's gone. However, I will say I do have an excuse. 2019 weekend of Valspar. I did the show Wednesday night. And then on Friday morning, I flew down to South Beach for my brother's bachelor party. So I was a little distracted, I'll say. I don't know. I'm not one to make excuses. But not really going to put a lot of time into the Valspar. I got a little trip coming up. I'm not really going to be paying attention to what's going on. I'm going to pick some ball striking bastards. Who cares? Well, that backfired, and I still had a good time. So it don't matter. It's one of the most epic weekends of my life. Am I going to let a 1 of 6 bring me down? Hell no. That is pretty hard to do, though. And I haven't been able to do it since. So, bit of a mixed bag. No bachelor party for me this weekend. Ironically enough, my brother is going to have a baby this weekend. Or now. Or tomorrow. Or soon. So he probably won't have a great lineup this week. To be fair. Big week for my brother, historically. The weekend of Valspar. All right, so what am I looking for? What are we all looking for? All right, we want some ball striking bastards. It's a tight golf course, a lot of trees. It's hard. It's going to be a hard golf course. Low scoring, not a lot of birdies. It's one of your typical tight Florida track. That's hard. You want to make the Honda is hard. Bay Hill is hard. Now, Bay Hill's got more par fives. This one's got par fives. May not matter. Don't know what the wind's going to do. It might hurt it'll hurt scoring, but even if the wind's not blowing, it's still going to be tricky. One thing I wanted to say, be careful with your stats. If you're a big stat guy, be careful with your last 12 rounds or be careful with that. And why do I say that? Well, we had a match play, we had the Masters, we had the team event. It's a lot of goofy stuff going on. So just be careful. Might be like a gut week, in my opinion. It's the last tournament that they're playing in Florida. You had your WGC. That was hard. Like I said, Honda, API. So I kind of looking at Florida results. The greens. Greens are going to be Bermuda grass greens. Pure Bermuda. Just like they were at the Honda, just like they were at API, at Bay Hill. Not overseed like at the Players or at the concession. So kind of took that into consideration. And not only that, this tournament traditionally plays on overseed. It doesn't normally play on pure Bermuda. So there might be some guys that have goofy results, but that was on a different. It might be relevant. I don't know. We'll see. My new best friend, Stevie Bamford, likens this to like the Carolina inland golf courses, not Hilton Head, but like a Quail Hollow or the Wyndham, more inland, not coastal, obviously. We'll see. I don't know if I agree with that, but, I'm not going to start yelling at my new best friend, Stevie Bamford. There might be some truth to it. And you know what? I use that in my picks because why not? And if Steve's wrong, Steve's wrong. But who knows? Nobody knows anything. So obviously recent form. And let's see what we come up with. Ownership. I didn't forget to write ownership down this week. I'm freaking excited. It's good to be back. Cheers. Thank you. Retweets. Subscribe. All that shit. I just mentioned ownership. I'd like to mention that I get all my ownership projections from Fanshare Sports. That's a nice little resource to have. Projected ownership. So go to Fanshare Sports. Maybe I could get myself like a promo code. You know how guys get a promo code? That'd be cool. Code bagel. I get like a discount. That'd be sweet. We'll work on that. But Fanshare Sports. You guys been watching the women at all? See, Jessica Korda kind of screwed that thing up last week. I know Troy likes Brooke Henderson. I don't know about her. I like that, what's her name? So Young Roo and So Young Kim and Say Young Roo. Those two? Yeah. I don't like the quarters. But I use Green Square Golf, Wiley's company. You probably know who it is. And Mike Miller. But I use them, and you could get the LPGA sheets, Corn Ferry. So if you want to bet on these things, I'm in Jersey, so I got DraftKings Sportsbook, and if they offer LPGA, I could bet on the Singapore thing, and I got course history, and I got all sorts of shit. GreenSquare.golf. Also, maybe another thing, I could get a promo code. But Green Square Golf, that's where I get all my get my sheets, my course history, current form, the whole bit. Good stuff. All right, Valspar. I don't love the $10,000 range. I think it's a viable strategy. It's a viable strategy to roster one of these guys, like a JT or a DJ, and go from there. If you want to be different. It makes sense. That's what we would normally do in a week like this. For some reason, there's no fear of a DJ or a JT blowing away the field for some reason. It seems that everybody is constructed in their lineup by fading at basically everybody above 10,000. So if you want to be different, you can pick one of these guys that you like and then go from there. Now, I didn't do that because I couldn't find more than 2 people below $7,000 that I thought was playable. So I didn't do that. I had to get different elsewhere. If I had to pick between JT and DJ, I would probably pick Justin Thomas. Far be it for me to say anything negative about Justin Thomas. I've been on here several times and already said how I already think he's the best player in the world, and I have for a while, and he's terrifying, and I don't want him anywhere near my outright bets because I'm afraid I'm going to lose to him. But there is a bit of a thing with Justin Thomas on difficult layouts, harder golf courses, tough conditions, the wind's blowing a little bit. Now, you say that, but then he also won the Honda. He won the Players just not too long ago. Now, that might have been softer. Fine. And maybe that year at the Honda, it wasn't so windy. I don't know. And he is the best player in the world. Or he's there. He's up there. He's really good. So, I hate for him to make a fool out of me. But what's his motivation? You got Quail Hollow next week. You got the PGA Championship coming up. He's coming in off a break. Is he going balls to the wall to win the freaking Valspar? No offense to the Valspar. But come on, let's think about this rationally. So it kind of makes sense to fade all the top guys. Victor Hovland hates playing in Florida. Patrick Reed, okay. He's the most popular guy above 10,000. You're not sneaking one by everybody. Is he motivated? He's another guy who plays well at Quail Hollow. I don't know if he's motivated or not. Let's just assume that he's not. Because it makes our life a lot easier. Of course, any of these guys could win and kill our lineups and beat us in our outrights and everything else, but they might not. They might not give a shit. I don't know. Paul Casey? I almost star next to Paul Casey's name. I played him at Heritage. Do I go back to him? Play him again? He may have peaked. Now, I'm trying to think that if I didn't play him at Heritage because I was saving him for Valspar, would I still play him? Probably not. You know, he had his run of top 10s and top 5s or whatever it was, and then just not great. The last couple. He's obviously good here. He's a bit of a wild card, that Paul Casey. His ownership isn't too bad. He's only like 16% owned, which is significantly less than Corey Connors. You can't tell me Corey Connors and Paul Casey are... Paul Casey's a better player. It's just weird. It's so weird how this became like the Corey Connors Invitational. It really is. I don't understand it. I mean, I understand it because I could see the string. But the bottom's going to fall out because he's Corey Connors. I could be wrong. But you want to play a 26% Corey Connors? By all means. You know, join the Listener League. Join one of the contests that I'm playing. And put a lineup in with Corey Connors, and we'll see what happens. And if you win, you win. Congratulations. But just like Casey kind of ran out of gas and had a couple of, missed the cut and top 20, 25th place after a string of top 10s. Maybe that's what happens with Corey Connors now. I think Charlie likes Louis. I read Charlie's preview. I think he likes Louis. Yeah, there it is. Louis by 3. I shouldn't read these comments. They're distracting. Steve, that's stupid. You shouldn't be betting on both of those guys. You mean like the U.S. Open? I don't know what that's referring to. Charlie likes Louis. I think this got all the WD threats are here this week. You got your you got Stenson, you got Rose, you got Louis. Oh, no day. Got no day. But there's a WD coming. I don't know who it's going to be from. Probably be someone I have in my lineup. But you're out of your mind if you're going to play a 9,500 Louis Oosthuizen. Now, he's only 8% owned. He's the lowest owned guy, I guess, maybe because nobody trusts him. The genie's out of the bottle, man. That's. I don't like that pick at all, Charlie. Let's go. Who did I miss everybody? Scotty Scheffler is 12%, which is half of Corey Connors, basically. It's not exactly half, but it's basically half. Sungjae Im's 20% owned. I did make some modifications to my lineup after I got home from work today. After the new ownership projections came out, I wasn't happy with what I was doing, so I made some changes. It's probably not a great idea, but I did it anyway. But I kept Sungjae. His record in Florida is unbelievable. It's hard to argue. And not only that, it's not like he's the highest, everyone's taking Sungjae. Now, people have bet him outright, including myself, and his number dropped. But his ownership on DraftKings is 20%. Corey Connors is still 26%. There's a couple other guys. He's like the 4th, 5th highest guy on the slate. I can live with that, considering I think he's probably one of the best players on the slate. So, he obviously won the Honda. He won in Florida. He was 4th there this year. No, wait. He was 8th there this year. He was 4th at Valspar in 2019. That's my note. He won the Honda. In Florida this year, he finished 8th at the Honda, 17th at the Players, 21st at Bay Hill, and 28th at WGC. Now, you could say a 20th or a 15th place finish or whatever at 9,200 isn't a great return on your investment. But you know what? I bet him to win. I don't think he's going to win. I have somebody else who I think is going to win. But if he wants to go ahead and finish in the top 20, I'm okay with that. Because in my mind, I have the winner. I have a couple of sneaky top 10s. And I like the upside of Sungjae. He was 13th at the Heritage after the miscut at the Masters. The Masters played a lot harder. Maybe he wasn't ready for that after he finished 2nd there. Got back to work at the Heritage. And I like it. I talked to him about my new best friend, Stevie Vanford, talking about Carolina courses. Sungjae's got a T9 at the Wyndham. If that means anything. He's finished 3rd twice at Bay Hill. He's got a great Florida record. He's got a win. He's great at Bay Hill. We got full Bermuda now. We got no overseed. It just seems too obvious. And he's still only 20% owned, which isn't really that bad if you think about it. People are playing Corey Connors instead. I'll take Sungjae. I bet him too. Okay. You guys, what are you guys talking about over here? Yeah, I like Scotty Scheffler, obviously. That's my dad's one and done pick. If you don't mind, I'll tell you a quick story. My dad wanted to take Charles Schwartzel as his one and done pick. I lost my shit. Now, I never get lippy with my father. 45 years old. He's 72. I do not get lippy with my dad. All right? But I was I was apoplectic. You can't do this. That is a terrible pick. That's a horrible selection. He's like, oh, but he's in the power rankings. I say, listen, the power rankings are not a one and done power rankings. They're just a fantasy golf power rankings. And Rob Bolton can do whatever the hell he wants. I can tweet Rob Bolton right now, and I can tell you that Rob Bolton's going to say, do not take Charles Schwartzel in a one and done. There's a million guys you could take. Apoplectic. And I said, Dad, you know what? I'm disappointed in you. I said that to my father. I'm disappointed in you. I said, don't quit. Don't just give up. Don't just say, it doesn't matter. I'm lost. I'm out of it. No, just give yourself a legitimate chance. So he switched to Scotty Scheffler, which is still, regardless of the outcome, even if Schwartzel top fives and Scheffler missed the cut, is still a better pick. Because nobody knows what's going to happen, including Rob Bolton, including me, including my father. I'm like, I gave a whole litany of reasons. I'm like, he's 50 years old. He barely has a tour card. He's like 190th in the world. There's 40 other guys that you could take that are in the top 50. What are you doing? I really treated him like I was talking to my brother. You know, he's going to be a grandfather this week. He was in good spirits. But I talked him out of it. So now I'm a little worried Charles Schwartzel might have like a great week after Louis screwed him last week. It's on the table. It's still a bad one and done pick, and I stand by that. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on Scotty Scheffler. Hopefully he outperforms Charles, or I'm going to hear about it forever. Anyway. Yeah, Scotty Scheffler, 12% owned. I'd pick Scotty Scheffler over Corey Connors. I don't even think twice about it. I fucking love Scotty Scheffler. All right, so in the nines, I'm playing Sungjae. I'm skipping Neiman. I have a thing in my head, Joaquin Neiman, bent grass greens. Can't get off of it. So I'm not getting off of it. Don't like him on Bermuda. Do I have anything to back that up? Not really, but I'm going with it. You know who I love? And I made this decision today. I love Russell Henley. If somebody said to you, just hear me out. If somebody said to you, well, who am I going to pick? I'll tell you who I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick a guy who won the Honda Classic. I'm going to pick a guy who's a great iron player. Pick a guy who's got a good short game and is a good putter. And he's won in Florida before. And everyone would say, oh, well, it sounds like you're going to take Sungjae in. No. Russell Henley. Same deal. That guy is like Mr. Honda Classic. And if we're comping Honda Classic to this with our Bermuda grass greens and our hard golf course, give me fucking Russell Henley, man. Oh, my God. I love it. I can't tell you how much I love it. I got people at work that are placing bets on Russell Henley. I placed a bet for my brother who's having a baby bet. Say, hey, buddy, I'm making this bet for you. It's a gift for the baby. And I mean, we're all in on this. All in. 30-1. Let me get some Russell Henley nuggets. All right? He's not getting like nothing. He's not getting any buzz. I think one of the reasons why he's not getting any buzz is because he's listed at 30-1. Now, his odds haven't moved that much. He may have opened at like 33. Maybe he went down, but he wasn't 28 and went down to 30. He's been kind of hovering right around 30, has not moved all week, which is weird because he was 30, and you got Neiman at 35, and you got Kokrak at 35, and right now Justin Rose is 35, and Henley's sitting there at 30. And it's like, well, why? Everyone, I think, is saying, well, why would I bet Russell Henley at 30 when I could get Kokrak at 35, or I can get Answer's 30. Why Kokrak at 35, or Rose at 35, or Neiman at 35. So I'm not going to bet Russell Henley at 30. That's a bad number. No, it's a fucking great number. You know why? Because he's going to win, and he's 30-1. Mr. Honda Classic himself, Russell Henley, Bermuda grass. This was not Bermuda grass the last time they played it. This was an overseed. No good. No bueno for Russell, who still finished 9th, by the way. Now you're getting on the pure Bermuda. He just finished 3rd at the Honda. When he was 9th here, like I said a couple years ago, that was a different green surface. Russell Henley's a good putter. Lives and dies by his putter. Needs those greens to be freaking pure. 9th at the RBC. Again, overseed. But his iron play is like elite. He's 4th on the tour in stroke gain approach this year. 4th. That's like Morikawa, Justin Thomas, Russell Henley. 30-1. You want to play my Carolina angle? My new best friend Stevie Bamford told me that this plays kind of like a Carolina golf course. Russell Henley last year at the Wyndham, T9, tied with Sung Jae Im, who also won the Honda and is a huge favorite here. But nobody's playing him. Sungjae went from 28-1. He's now down to 23-1. People are playing Sungjae Im. I haven't heard anybody mention Russell Henley. Joe Idoni, I saw it on his card. He has Russell Henley. Joe Idoni is fucking smart. He's not some chump tout that just plays numbers. And, he's got a brain, and he uses it. And I think he's right. And I think we're going to hit a winner with Russell Henley. And I'm going to be a hero at work, and I'm going to be a hero to my brother and my new nephew, probably a nephew. I'm saying his nephew. He's going to have a boy. But it's all happening, to quote my friend Jeff Feinberg. So I really like Russell Henley a lot. I don't know if I have any other nuggets on him. Oh, one more thing. Russell Henley right now is number 52 in the official world golf rankings. 52. Got to get in that top 50. Got 3 majors coming up. Got to get in that top 50. He's right on the cusp. I like it a lot. I liked him a lot. I liked another guy who we're going to talk about next earlier in the week. But everybody's on those guys. Everybody. So I need to shift gears. Russell Henley's only 15% owned, as opposed to Jason Kokrak, who's 25. I love Jason Kokrak. Bent grass green guy, by the way. But if I'm going to get Jason Kokrak at 25 or Russell Henley at 15 on a tight golf course where driving distance may not matter as much and putting is important, I know Kokrak's improved his putting, but give me Russell Henley, man. My first bet of the week was Justin Rose at 50-1. Bet him twice. I love Justin Rose. How could Justin Rose be 50-1? He just finished 7th at the Masters. So I bet it. Turns out, kind of like a trendy pick. Not saying Nancy and the accounting bet on Justin Rose, but people like Justin Rose. It's not a secret. It's not sneaky. He's 50-1. He was 7th at Bay Hill before he WD'd. And then he led the Masters for a little while. He's been working with his coach. He's trying to get back into the swing of things. Got a major in a couple weeks. It's very, very, very obvious. Almost too obvious. So I kind of backed off a little bit. I'm keeping him in my DraftKings lineup. He was my first pick he was probably going to be my one and done until I got on this Henley thing. And he's got 3 top 10s here. He won at Doral a million years ago. That's a Florida golf course, if that means anything to you. He's got a 2nd at Bay Hill. He's got a 3rd. He's got a T9th at Bay Hill. He's got a T4 at the Players. He's got an 8th at the Players. He's got a T4 at Honda. He is certainly capable of playing well in Florida. Now, he notoriously, in the last 5-6 years, he hasn't played a lot of these Florida events. I don't know why. He goes over to Saudi Arabia. He plays at California. He just kind of plays the WGC. He's all over the place with his schedule. But when he was a top 10 player in the world, he played a couple of these things. He played the Players, he played at Bay Hill. He's had some decent results. I have no doubt that he can play well at the Valspar. He does play, seemingly plays here every year for some reason. I'm talking about Honda, that earlier Florida swing. The schedule's all jacked up. All right? Don't be trying to crush me on a technicality. All right? So I like Rose. I bet Rose. He's on my team. So I started my team with Sung J M, Russell Henley, and Justin Rose. Killer. Killer. All right. Do I want to talk about anybody else here? Kokrak's 25% owned. Chris Kirk is 24% owned. I had Chris Kirk in my lineup 2 hours ago. I changed it. I've been riding Chris Kirk a little bit. I think I played him at the Honda. I think I played him somewhere else. I don't remember off the top of my head. But I've been on Chris Kirk for a while. And I'm also on the steam now, you know what? Maybe it's time to, take a break from Chris Kirk. He's been playing great golf all year. He's played great in Florida. He's a good iron player. He's got a good short game. He fits, and everyone's playing him. Which is odd, considering his course history. My theory on that was that, one, he's a different player now than he was a couple years ago. He went through a lot of mental problems and alcoholism and real serious shit. So hard to judge his performance at the Valspar when the guy's, fighting alcohol problems. So give him a pass. He's a different player now. This golf course suits his game. And it makes sense, but not at 24% ownership. That's a little absurd. As much as I like Chris Kirk, and thanks for the T5 at the Honda or whatever it was, or T8. But we're gonna move on. Best of luck to you this week, Chris Kirk. Not for me. Emiliano Grillo is 14% owned. Yeah, you guys are a bunch of freaking chumps, man. I played Emiliano Grillo last week. He comes in second. Great pick. I'm a genius. And by the way, RBC Heritage is notoriously known for having a huge come-from-behind winner on Sunday. I'm sitting there with Grillo in the final group, 4 or 5 shots back, saying, "Oh yeah, we're coming for you, Stewie." And fuck, man, nothing. Sink just wins going away. Nothing happens. Figures. Anyway. But now Grillo's 14% owned. That's bullshit. Get off my guy, man. That's my guy. Grillo, 14% owned. Give me a break. Greatest golfer of all time, Cameron Tringale's only 9% owned. If you're one of those guys, those Tringale truthers, I can't blame you for getting back on him. He's less than 10%. Don't love Charlie Hoffman. Thought about Ryan Palmer. Couldn't quite afford him to pivot off of Kirk to go up to Palmer. I like Palmer on bent grass greens. And if it was known to be really windy. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. It's a gut play week, right, Charlie? I'm not feeling Ryan Palmer. So I almost played Kevin Na, but now I'm talking about WDs, right? It's something's up this week. Don't know what it is. Something's up. I'm not going to play Kevin Na. I mean, he played great at the Masters. You figured he played well at Heritage. He shit the bed. So I'm going to go back to my boy Taylor Gooch. Bit squeamish, a little squeamish play of the week, but he's been okay, Taylor Gooch. Now, this is like an ownership play. He's 5% owned, as opposed to Chris Kirk, who's 25% owned. It's a big difference. Gooch is like the lowest owned guy in the $8,000 range. Right? Yeah. What's Taylor Gooch? What's his game? He's a great iron player. He's good in the wind, in case we got some wind. He's halfway decent putter. He's a good scrambler. Taylor Gooch was 5th at the Players, which was in Florida. His little Florida swing, 46th at Honda, 43rd at Bay Hill, T13 at Bay Hill in 2020, T20 at Honda in 2020. That's not terrible. He was T12th at Riviera, where it was really windy. If you remember Riviera, they had a wind delay. He finished 12th there. And this is really a throwback. At that Houston Open, before the Masters in November, they played it on a new golf course. It was what the hell's that architect's name? Seth Rayner, maybe? And he finished 4th there. And that played really hard. DJ ended up in 2nd. Hideki was up there, and Carlos Ortiz ended up winning. That was a difficult golf course. And I just have a feeling Taylor Cooch, ball striking bastard, will show well on a difficult golf course. Maybe there's going to be some wind. And I did a little player comparison just for shits and giggles. Just so you guys don't think I'm a freaking idiot. Chris Kirk, 25% owned. Taylor Gooch, 5% owned. I'll give you some numbers. A little statistical data. Strokes gained approach this year. Taylor Gooch, 48th. Chris Kirk, 37th. Okay. Kirk's a little bit better. Not by much. Scrambling. Let's get up and down. Might need that this week. It's a hard golf course. Taylor Gooch, 12th in scrambling. Chris Kirk, 23rd. That's a fine player, that Chris Kirk, 23rd in scrambling. Strokes gained putting on the season. Taylor Gooch, 57th. Chris Kirk, 60th. Pretty close. Pretty close. Strokes gained total. We'll put everything in there. Taylor Gooch, 36th. Chris Kirk, 25th. Not that far off, statistically speaking. Good iron player, good around the green, what you're looking for here. Yeah, well, everyone's playing Chris Kirk at 25% owned and leaving Taylor Gooch to the dogs at 5% owned. What the fuck's going on here? Taylor Gooch, sign me up. All right, I'm running out of time. I apologize. I told you never know what's going to happen. I appreciate everybody sticking around, sharing, retweeting. Follow my YouTube channel, Nagels Bagels. We do this shit every week. Lots of fun. It's the weekend, baby. It's the weekend. Second half of the year. This is where we're going to make our move. All right. Do I have anything to say about any other guy? No. Let's cover it later. I almost played Denny McCarthy. I've never played Denny McCarthy in my life. You look at it, it's he's made a couple of cuts. He's a good putter. He's been playing well in Florida. Whatever. Denny McCarthy walked in my living room right now, would not know who he is. I'd say, oh, I heard of you. I've never played you a day in my life. I'm not going to sit here and shit on Denny McCarthy, but it's boring. I don't do boring. I don't play Cameron Tringali. I don't play Harold Varner. I don't play Denny McCarthy. These are not my guys. All right? These are flavors of the week, and that will pass. And he's 12% owned. My boy Lucas Glover. Fucking Lucas Glover is 12% owned. That's absurd. It's absurd. He should never be that high. Why is he that high? Because he was top 5 in Valero. Who had him that week? Me. I can't play him now. I love Lucas Glover. I think I glove you. Unplayable. So I tell you where I did go. Think of hard golf course, right? I'm trying to think of hard golf tournaments and who shows up in difficult conditions. And not only that, on the golf what's it called? The Golf Gambling Podcast, my friend Steve and Boston Capper, they mentioned that Denny McCarthy's matchup was against this guy. And McCarthy was a favorite. Now, I just sit here and shit on Denny McCarthy. So if I'm fading Denny McCarthy, you know what? I'm going to play the guy that he's matched up against. I'm going to play Mckenzie Hughes. All right? Mckenzie Hughes. I got some Mckenzie Hughes nuggets for you. All right? He was 13th here in 2019. It's a hard golf course then. It's a hard golf course now. 13th. He's made 4 cuts in a row. All right? He was 36th at the Honda. He was 9th at the match play. He won his pod. He was 40th at the Masters. He was 2nd at the Honda in 2020 when Sung Jae Im won. We all love Sung Jae Im. Why can't we love Mckenzie Hughes? What are we doing? 52nd at the Heritage is not great. I'll give you that. But that's all right. Why are we making the Heritage a comp course? We're not. So it's still a made cut. Playing well. Mckenzie Hughes is 53rd in the OWGR. Right behind Russell Henley. Got to get in that top 50, man. Got to get in that top 50. You're Mckenzie Hughes. You're 53rd in the world. You're going to a hard golf course. Nobody's really talking about you. No one's picking you except some idiot on the internet. He goes out and he top 20s this week, top 10s, gets himself into the top 50. We got major season coming up. It's not terrible. I try to think of hard golf courses. I just talked about that Houston Open that Carlos Ortiz won. He finished 7th there. And this hurts me to say. At the Memorial last year that John Rahm won when he beat Ryan Palmer, Mckenzie Hughes finished 6th. Those were difficult conditions. At the BMW Championship in Illinois, in Chicago. Oh, what the hell was the name of that place? Olympia Fields, where John Rahm won again. Mckenzie Hughes, T10. In the mix, baby. In the mix. Do I have his ownership? Shit. I don't have his ownership. It's not high. Do I need to look it up? I'm going to do it anyway. Let's look that up real fast. So go to fan share. And let's see here. Mckenzie Hughes. No. Whoops. Screwed that up. Apologies. I did not write down the ownership for my team. Only 8,000 and above. So we're going to go to DK price. Say 7,400. Less than 2% owned Mckenzie Hughes. Are you fucking kidding me? 1.53. Less than 2%. Denny McCarthy's 12. He's 12. And Mckenzie Hughes is 2. Are you kidding me? What are we doing? What's Mckenzie Hughes known for? Anybody want to venture a guess? Mckenzie Hughes, he's luck boxing. He's making all these putts. That's Denny McCarthy. Same guy. What are we doing? I am spelling this out to you clear as day. You're going to play Lucas Glover and Denny McCarthy? Give me a break, man. Mckenzie Hughes, 2%. Done. Great pivot. Tremendous pivot. Nobody knows anything. Just remember that. If you're going to remember anything, remember that nobody knows anything. And if you see Mckenzie Hughes in the top 10, you say, oh, wow. What do you know? I gave you all the reasons why. Plays well at a hard golf course. Played well in Florida. It's there. It's there. He's just got to come through. I like it. All right. I've really been talking for a long time. Apologies. Thought about Ian Poulter, but we tried that experiment in Ian Poulter in Florida at all these other events in Florida, and it did not work out for us. So screw him. I think people like Lanto, Doug Gim, another guy. He's a ball striking bastard. All right, I'll give you that. Rob Bolton had a good nugget on Alex Noren in his insider or fade section. He doesn't like Alex Noren for some reason. I thought that was an interesting name. JT Poston, kind of interesting. If we want to talk about Carolina, JT Poston. There's Troll. My dad likes Troll. My boy Russell Knox is in trouble. Streelman. I'm just naming all these names. All right, so you know where I went? Just tell you where I went, and then we can wrap this up. My new best friend, Stevie Bamford, likes to comp this to a Carolina golf course, kind of like the Wyndham or Quail Hollow. Well, Brent Snedeker's won Wyndham twice. Does that mean anything? We're going to find out. Might play hard, right? We've been talking about it for an hour. It might be a hard golf course, like Torrey Pines. Brent Snedeker won Torrey Pines twice. Now, I'm not comping Torrey Pines to Valspar. I'm just saying they're difficult golf courses. It's going to be low scoring, and Snedeker could win that. He could also win a high scoring event like at the Wyndham. His last two Valspars, he's finished 30th and 31st, which is not great. But you know what? If you told me right now Brent Snedeker finished 30th in this tournament, I'll take it. He was fourth here in 2011, which I know was a decade ago. So, he's got decent Florida records. At the Players, he's got a T5 and a T8. At Bay Hill, he's got a T8. He's another guy. Doesn't play Florida very often for some reason. Plays a lot in California. Plays Pebble Beach. Plays Torrey, Genesis, whatever. WGC, and then kind of just skips around and the Masters, whatever. But not a huge Florida record for Snedeker. But he was sixth at the Valero. He was 42nd at the Heritage. 2 made cuts, including 1 top 10. If you told me he finished in the top 10, I'll tell you that. I'll take that right now. And he was fourth in the team event with Keith Mitchell. And everybody's talking about Keith Mitchell because they're Bermuda grass greens. And I get it. But how about Brent Snedeker, who also finished fourth with Keith Mitchell and is probably a better player than Keith Mitchell? I didn't check his ownership either. Let's see what Snedeker's coming in at. Snedeker is coming in at 4%. I got a 2% guy. I got a 4% guy. I can live with Sung J M. Hell, I could even go back to Chris Kirk, but I ain't going to do it. I got my boy Taylor Gooch. So I just mentioned all this stuff. So I like Snedeker. I'm not worried about him on a hard golf course. I'm not worried about him with a little wind. I like it. Snedeker, Hughes, Cooch, Justin Rose, Russell Henley, and Sung J M. Big bet on Russell. Gonna make Russell my one and done pick. And it is a community bet. My community of coworkers, family. Yeah. Russell Henley. Sign me up. All right. So yeah, I bet on Henley, I bet on Rose, I bet on Sung J, and I bet on Snedeker. Any one of those guys can win, I'll be all right. But I prefer Henley wins. One and done. Valspar is the 27th ranked tournament out of 32. It's on the lower end. The 27th ranked player in the world is Ryan Palmer. Just sitting right there. Take Ryan Palmer. Not doing it. Sung Jae, who I like, is 19th in the world. Justin Rose, who I like, is 39th in the world. Out of 27 out of 32, 39 is pretty much as high as I want to go. Because you got Scheffler, 21, Answer, 31, Neiman, 32, Louis, 33, Nah, 34, Kokrak, 35, Connors, 38, Rose, 39. So I was trying to debate between Rose and him. I ultimately went with Justin Rose. But I think I'm going to switch it. I think I'm going to take a chance. It's the 27th ranked tournament. There's a lot of good tournaments left. We got 6 top 10 tournaments. We got 5 10 to 20 tournaments and 5 of these left, 20 to 30. Might as well take a chance. I really like Russell Henley. I think he's really under the radar because of his odds. Why is he 30 to 1? If nobody's betting him, somebody's betting him. That's why his odds did not jump up. He's just flatlined. There's something up with his odds. So I like Henley a lot. So I'm going all in on Russell. And we'll see what happens. I'm hoping for the best. All right. I need a sip of water. I'm sweating profusely. I got to take this freaking thing off. All right. We're going to switch. All right. Show's over. Thank you very much. A retweet, a follow on YouTube would be very, very much appreciated. Maybe a quote tweet saying, really enjoyed this show tonight. Anything. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you guys listen to Pat Mayo or not. I've been listening to Pat Mayo for many years. Did you happen to hear his segment where he's playing the, I don't know what they call it, the optimal lineup or the best plays? Did anybody hear that? Anybody hear the best plays lineup? I mean, anybody hear that? I'm looking at the comments now. The best plays lineup where they basically just take Nancy and Accounting's team. I have to say, I mean, we've been talking about Nancy and Accounting here for like 3 years. That's like the whole premise of this show is finding not Nancy and Accounting's plays. I just want to know if anybody thought of me. Anybody say, boy, this sounds familiar. I'm just saying. Maybe I've never actually done that, but we go through the range, and I keep saying Nancy and Accounting's taking this. I mean, that's what I do. So to hear the number one guy out there doing it now because he thinks it makes for creative content that the listeners want to hear, makes me feel pretty good. So shout out to Pat Mayo. All right, I'm going to go. YouTube, like I said, YouTube. I hate doing this. I hate it. You know what I want? Just do it. If you don't do it, fine. But I would appreciate it. Just subscribe on YouTube and maybe retweet the show saying something nice about it. Maybe you have a friend that likes golf. You want to share. All right? All right. We'll do our little Q&A. Thanks we got a good, big tournament next week. Wells Fargo. Down at Quail Hollow. Looking forward to that. Big field. All the elites will be there. And we'll do that. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be on the Sports Gambling Podcast when the New York Giants are on the clock. I don't know why they want me on, but I'm going to be on talking about the Giants. All right? Go after ass off, yes. Coach, what are you doing besides being annoying? All right, we'll do a quick. Anybody have any comments? Waddle the G-men. Who cares? Season's over. Giants suck. Season's over. If nobody's gonna say anything, I'm just gonna end the broadcast. Well, you can watch the replay, Coach. I'm not going through all this again. Freaking hot. All right, and nobody's got anything? Perfect. So I haven't missed anything. All right. Thanks, Crooks Pepka. Coach, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. The Giants do not have a good squad. They'll be lucky to win 6 games this year. And you don't understand, Coach. Say they, by some miracle, win 9 games. That's terrible news. That's an extension for Dave Gettleman. That's re-signing Saquon Barkley. That's re-signing Daniel Jones. That's 5 more years of terrible football. Do you understand? They need to win 4 or 5 games. They need to get that fucking clown out of the building so they can move on. I don't like Abe Answer at all. Abe Answer is soft. Abe Answer is not on the level of golfer that I like to play. I hate Abe Answer. Timmy Tommy Power likes Patrick Reed. Yeah, okay. Go ahead. I don't know his motivation. You might be right. Any love for Pat and Gazzard this week? No, never. I thought about Ryan Palmer. I couldn't afford him. His ownership is, the price is right for Ryan Palmer. Keegan? I hate Keegan Bradley. That's for you, Boston Capper. Keegan Bradley sucks. All right? I don't know what that is. Guys I never play. Rom, Answer, Grio. I bet 10 on Henley. I'll put 20 more tomorrow. All right, well, he tees off early in the morning, Steve. You might want to get that in. I think he tees off early. Henley and Gooch are my morning guys, I think. Charles Usti stack for all the monies. Yeah, good luck with that. That would be a nightmare for me if Charles Schwartzel shows up. I need Scotty Scheffler to beat Charles Schwartzel. I need it bad. Peyton. Keegan. Peyton. Coach, I never know what the fuck you're talking about. Gio, yeah. I never play Rom, Answer. I love Grio. That's one of my guys. Not this week, but everybody took him from me. And Lucas Glover. Those are my guys. I'll call them now. Yeah, you should call now. Yes. Russell Henley. All right, anybody got anything else? 9:12. It was early. Oh, Coach, be quiet. I hope not. My dad wanted to take Charles as one and done. I talked him out of it. I shamed him into not taking Charles. Great show. Oh, thanks, Carter. Appreciate that. Charles Tringali week booking. Oh, screw you, Timmy Tommy Power. I like that, Coach. So you do listen to me every once in a while. We're big on Henley this week. It's a big baby swag. I have no idea who the Giants are taking. Oh, 6K plays, Rob. Thank you. I don't really like anybody below 7. The only guys I looked at, God damn it, I can't believe I missed this. This is on Monday, before any ownership, before any podcast. I thought Chase Seifert was playable, but he's like double-digit owned, which is crazy. And Vince Whaley at 6,400. He's made a couple cuts in a row, maybe. Yeah, Chase Seifert's a Florida State guy, whatever. But I'm not going there. If I needed to play DJ or something, I would go there, but I don't need to, so I just, whatever. I'm good. All right? I'm watching you instead of Biden. Oh, Biden's talking? Maybe that's who everybody's watching. There's a pandemic, Steve. I don't know if you heard. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Yeah, Ryan Tompkins. I have no idea who the Giants are taking. I don't pay attention. I don't care. They suck. I want them to lose. I want Gettleman fired, and I want my franchise back. That's what I want. Whoever the Giants take, hopefully he's still on the team 5 years from now. That's what I hope. But I don't know I don't know. I'm not following it. I don't care. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter who they take. Do you understand? It doesn't matter who they take. All that matters is that they lose 11 games this year. That's what matters. That's what I'm rooting for. Which I know is fucking ass backwards, but it's necessary. Because if they re-sign Saquon Barkley, we're fucked. If they re-sign Daniel Jones, we're fucked. Do you understand? We can't have a good year. Can't. Then Gettleman gets re-signed, and he's smart, and we all are dumb, and he knows what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't. Oh, hi, Ange. You guys throwing out number Parsons. I don't even know what that means. I guess that's a guy. Vajegas is sneaky. Yeah. Fine, Timmy Tommy Power. Play him. I don't care. Play Vajegas and play Cameron Tringali. Have a good time. See you in the Listener League. Ah, there's Steve Shermer. They won't re-sign Saquon when Dave takes Etienne at 11. Thanks, Gio. All right, I'm running out of things. I guess that's a running back. Thanks, Jake. Did you back Kenny Powers? Did you back Henley first-round leader as well? No, I don't play first-round leaders. Steve, if you look at Steve Sierra, two of my Steves are here. Steve Sierra, if you look at the Giants' upcoming opponents, they're playing the AFC West. They have to play Patrick Mahomes. They got to play the Chargers and the Raiders and the Broncos, as if you didn't know who the AFC West was. And they stink. They're gonna lose a million games, and I'm looking forward to it. The season's over. It's already over, and it's April. That sucks. They just picked up his option today. Bite your tongue, Steve. Burns by 2. Favorite stud at the top this week. Matt Lingen. Favorite stud at the top this week? I don't have one. I faded everybody. I like Sung Jae Im. He's the highest price guy that I like. Who's going to lose? Just got here. Everyone's going to lose except one guy, Jed. Smart ass. All right, I'm going to go. I don't like this Q&A. All right, you guys pissing me off. All right, so retweet and all that crap. That's it. I'm not talking about it anymore. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's what I want more than anything. I don't know why. I just do. All right, so I'm going to go. Good luck this week. See you next week for Quail Hollow. That should be fun. A little Xander action next week. And that's it. Good luck this week. Russell Henley, baby. Let's fucking go. All right. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.